The story series returns! Oh, that's fantastic. We get a couple of days of break between one UHG and another UHG, so we get to tell some stories again from some college while I go kill people and win every game as I do. It is just incredible. And in today's episode, we're gonna leave the third year. No, not leave the third year. Leave this semester of the third year, and go. What the heck is happening? Eh? What is this? Excuse me. Eh? Get out. Get out from there. I don't understand what is going on, but I don't care that you're an MVP plus. You're not making a sky base. I'm going to stab you with a sharpness 2 sword. I am not letting you pick that rod back up. You do not deserve it. So basically, in this, we don't have more stories of this semester because they're still ongoing. Creative writing is still being written. I've written 5 chapters of the whole, totally not the Dream SMP story. Like, this time I'm gonna have to write the part where Dream dethrones Aerith and gives the throne back to George. While I've already written the part where Quackity betrays Schlatt. It's like it's going at a very good pace, I've got to say. I actually think I will be able to complete it, which is good. Oh, you're fighting? Oh, that's a shame. You're not anymore. You're not fighting that person anymore. You're dying to me now. But basically, like, that's done, and the Dream SMP essay is finished, actually. But I don't want to make an episode about it until I know the grade. But it's fantastic how, like, the assignment was to be between 3,000 and 4,000 words. And I managed to get 4,500 out of that, and the teacher said it was okay. So we're rolling with it, and we got the assignment done, which is what matters. So since this semester is still ongoing, we're going to move on our story time to the semester before that. Holy crap, everyone else has already died. And the semester before that is the one from last October to, January. So basically looking at the classes, there's 2 of them, there's like barely nothing. There's English linguistics, which, I mean, there's nothing to tell. I did a test and an essay, and I did really good in all of them. There's nothing to say here. Oh, I can make a sharpness 5. You just stand right there, Mr. Blue Creeper Face. That reminds me of Noah Craft's teammate, Pocket something. It was Pocket something. Like back in like 2014. Pocket Island, I think. Because it was this guy's skin that teamed with Noah Craft anyway, jeez. Why does my memory remember those details? Who cares? That's not important. I need to get this water back. And then for Spanish on that subject, I did a presentation about like the prisoners in Argentinian prisons. Yeah, obviously prisoners in Argentinian prisons and how they played rugby and like the psychological effects of like rehabilitation in prisons and all that. It was alright, but the fact that it was optional meant that absolutely nobody came. It's like, come on, I prepared some good jokes. I had an Ace Attorney joke because the guy that like did the rugby coach was an attorney, so I had an Ace Attorney joke. And then like the name of like the rugby team was the same as the things from the 300, so I had a 300 meme. And like nobody came to watch, and it's just like, okay. The teacher liked it, and that's what matters. And as for Spanish literature that year, that wasn't anything insane like you, but my presentation, like, I was allowed to do it solo, so I did. And it was about the literary awards. It was legit a topic I had to do, like, barely any research on. I just did Wikipedia. And search. So, what are the awards for literary? It actually shocked me. No crap. I thought, like, how many awards for books can there be? It's the Nobel Prize, because there's Nobel Prize for everything. There's like, and then what? There's like none of them. But I go to the Wikipedia, and there's like hundreds. There's hundreds of them. And then I go to the Spanish Wikipedia, and there's even more. It's like, what? How are there many literary awards? That shouldn't be possible. Why would people make so many? There's only so many books in existence. Oh, I won. I did not expect that game to end so soon. I haven't even started the story yet. But it's fine. We're going to take this time in the lobby to get rid of the other subjects as well. It's like there's nothing interesting for Spanish literature, nothing interesting for Spanish. But there is one subject where we have a cool story for today. And that go to English. And what happened in English? Well, English, instead of the writing assignment, we have a presentation. And you see presentations in English, oh, they're a disaster. And by disaster, I mean the best way of a disaster. I've got to tell you that. Because I just don't care, because I know I'm amazing at English, you know? I am a cocky bastard, and I shall keep going that way. This guy is not moving. He probably should do that, but please don't. Especially don't need to go back. Good job. Why did he not have it on his inventory? That is a good question. Before I already had that. Could you just wait a minute there? There you go. I am now ready to fight you. Aw, look at this Bed Wars player. Aren't they nice? They learned so much how to place blocks, but never how to, like, hit people. I feel like that's something they should be learning. Oh, did he eat a head? I thought he did. I think he held over it, but didn't actually eat it. Should be a good idea to eat it soon. Okay. Need some space. I definitely have more healing than him, so. Worst case scenario, this guy does seem to know what he's doing, but worst case scenario, I'll heal him. I'm gonna eat a head, force him to eat a head. You really should have. Come on. I'm not Prof 4 boots. You know, we're just collecting Prof 4 piece of boots. I also have a Prof 4 chest. What? That is cool. Guys, you're standing where my anvil is. Can you calm down? I'm just coming here to anvil. I'm trying to do a commentary video where I talk about stories from my university, you know. Get out of that tree. Get down. Die. Okay, maybe this is just unlucky for them because people be lagging a little. Oh, why did he have so many blocks? Excuse me. Okay, we got this. I think we're gonna be pretty fine, guys. So basically, this English presentation, it wasn't like how in the Dream SMP we had a total freedom of top. I'm gonna go for the guy down here. You be safe, guy on the tree. You be safe. Oh, you're coming down. You're approaching me. Even though you have no chance, you're approaching me. You know. I don't know. I tried making that JoJo reference. He's getting combos. That's so much. And that's a problem for him. Oh, he's got a head. I have 8 of them. But yeah, basically, the topic we had to pick from something of the syllabus. And luckily, one thing in the syllabus was, like, psychology. And, like, if you know me, you know that every single presentation, it has something to do with psychology. The Dream SMP things, I got so many sources in psychology on how the Dream SMP is beneficial towards human beings. Which is just great. I love psychology. Like, it was about positive psychology. And, like, how about, like, it's not about thinking positively. Which is something I made sure to clear up immediately to my colleagues, because there was actually a study on the positive psychology website that talked about it's not about being positive. It's about focusing on, like, the strengths instead of weaknesses and the power of changing your vocabulary. Which, I mean, I know it's true because apparently the happiest civilization in the world is called the Piranha Tribe, and they don't have the past or the future, and they don't count stuff. So I guess that's a lot of anxiety reduced out of those guys. So I got the point. I immediately got the point. I was like, okay, I get what you're trying to say. Doop, doop, doop. But, so oh no, dude. I'm never going to tell the story. So basically, I get what they're trying to say, but I gotta do this in a presentation. But you see, on that semester, I wasn't exactly motivated for school. Because, you know, there's kind of a pandemic going on, and we just went through an entire semester of, like, online. So I hadn't seen people in, like, what, 7 months? I hadn't seen human beings in 7 months. I'm pretty sure there's some movies that say there are people, you know, the bad guys turn pretty insane when that happens. So just, you know, my mindset was incredibly good when that semester started. Because we had some classes IRL, but some online, and it was terrible. So to motivate me, I had a genius idea. First, of course, I'm doing the work solo. Do you think I want to do it with anyone else? No. And, like, the teacher did the dates randomly. Like, you would pick a number from 1 to something, and you'd get the dates. Because the presentations were, like, from October to December or something like that. So me being a genius, I go, like, hey, teacher, you know, I email them and go, like, so, teacher, you know, since I'm solo now, could I get to pick the dates? If so, I would like to, you know, ask if I could present on the 27th of November. And he goes like, yeah, sure, why not? It's like, I love this English teacher. The amount of things I've gotten off on just simply like asking him, it's like, oh, is this okay? And he's like, yeah. It's like, heck yeah, preferential treatment, everybody. If you're just friends with your teachers, hopefully they'll be nice to you. No, or they'll completely hate you and call you unprofessional. It really is one of the two. You'll either make amazing teachers who are friends with you, and they like you because, you know, you're nice and all, or you'll get teachers that hate you because you're completely unprofessional. You know, one of the two, but the risk outweighs the benefits. Because there was a subject I passed in the first year, simply because the teacher was my friend. Because she allowed me to do the test, like, an extra, like, 30 minutes after the time was supposed to be done for the test. And I ended up passing the subject pretty much based on those extra minutes I got. So, you know, always try to befriend your teachers, everyone. Sometimes you'll get teachers that do stuff for you if you're nice to them. But basically, he lets me do it on the 27th of November. And the reason for that is two things. Some people were presenting online, since the classes were half, and some people were presenting in person. Now, obviously, I want to present in person. That was rude. I am sorry, but I'm going to kill you now as well. Some people were presenting in person, and some people weren't presenting online. I wanted to present in person, and thankfully, the 27th of November was a day where the classes were IRL, so people would actually be forced to come. Unlike for Spanish, you nerds, I will never forgive you. I'm joking. I mean, the presentation for English was a lot better than the one for Spanish. And the second thing was, the 27th of November is none other than literally my birthday. So I was like, so what if I did a presentation on my birthday? So I did, and the teacher allowed it, and I was like, you know what? Okay, I am now motivated. I'm going to make a presentation on my birthday. So there, the theme was, you know what, screw, you know, positive psychology, that's nice and all, but what I really want to do is get people to tell me happy birthday. Because, you know, telling people that it's your birthday and then them telling you happy birthday, no, that's the normie way of doing things. What really is the best way is tricking people to tell you happy birthday by not telling them that it's your birthday. And then revealing it during a presentation that is worth, like, what, 50% of the grade? Yeah, that sounds like a smart idea that all of you should do as well. I am a good person. This fight is actually pretty cool, but I don't think he can beat the healing I have, which is unfortunate. So, like, the other thing was that I also wanted to talk about the brain, and positive psychology was only one part of it. Positive psychology, and I also did a test that was, like, done in the psychology method, in the positive psychology, which, like, didn't talk about strengths and weaknesses. It said your good points and things that you could work on, which, like, it was nice. It said that I was caring and bad at teamwork, which, you know, checks out. I'm pretty sure everyone else in the class agreed with that one. But, like, okay, that was the first point, but then I wanted to be like, I want to talk about Yakuza. The video game, the one with, like, Majima and Kiryu. Why was that on my brain? What does it matter? What matters is that my brain says I wanted to talk about Yakuza, so we're talking about Yakuza. So the reason for that is, like, if I can prove, which I did, because the positive psychology page had so many studies that proved how, like, the human brain, like, could be tricked into, you know, being better or whatever, like being more happy and stuff. We could trick the brain to produce the dopamines and all those other positive hormones. So could we, like, is the brain, if the brain can do good stuff for us, we can look at the brain doing bad stuff with us, which we also know exists because depression and anxiety and stuff, it's the brain, like, pretty much killing it. So what I decided to do is, like, I'm going to talk about the power of the brain, both good and, this guy is tryhard. I'm going to put the helmet in here. This is proper, okay. Thankfully, arrows don't do anything, but, you know, it's the thought that counts, and he's thinking to kill me very hard. You went for the turn. Went to. And then, like, the second part was about, like, the negative parts of the brain. And I decided to, you know how I talk about Yakuza? Makoto from Yakuza 0. If you don't remember who she is, she's the one with, like, she can't see. But it's not because she's blind. It's because she actually has a dissociative disorder, like, called photo something. It's not photosynthesis. So I basically just go, like, I'm gonna research dissociative disorders and talk about them because, you know, it's something the brain does. It's not something that's physically wrong with you. It's something the brain makes you believe it's wrong. So then the third part this is where the birthday thing came in. Literally, this entire subject, this entire presentation, this entire positive psychological thing was just to try and get people to say happy birthday to me. So the conclusion of my presentation was about making experiments. So like I gave examples of how the brain can go positive and do good things for you, and I gave examples on how the brain can do bad things for you. So what I wanted to test out was to see if you use the positive psychology things, if you could trick your brain into turning negative things into positive ones. And I talked about the piranha tribe again, and like how like if you don't mention the past and the future, you become happier and stuff like that. Dude, I'm gonna have to get my pants in the inventory. There you go, there's I don't have a chat. Oh god, this is bad. Oh no, I need to rush him. I need to rush him. I need to actually rush him. I don't have pants. Oh, he doesn't have any. That's kind of worse. I'm sorry, dude, but you just kind of you gotta go. You gotta go. Wait, he has healing. Oh crap! Oh, that wasn't wasn't expected. He might kill me. I've got to rush with heads. You know what? We're bowing. We might not have healing. We're doing great. Come on, this is gonna be close because my helmet's gonna break. Let's go. That was actually close. There's a Skeppy and kind of a bad boy Halo and kind of a Notch. But yeah, basically, I think this should be the final game for me to talk about this. We get to the experiments part, and I talk about presenting itself. Because presentations, a lot of my colleagues said that it stresses them out. But to me, I was having the time of my life there, just, you know, making an oral presentation on my 20th birthday. And I was talking about how if you turn the feelings of is he taking knockback? He's not taking knockback, is he? Get him. No. Come on. Aw, I hate this. Is this another situation where the people are at 0 and I can't finish them off? Oh, there you go. So, like, the first one was about presentations and how positive psychology can blah 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 make you feel better. The second one was one of the crucial parts. I needed the audience to interact and tell me one time where they thought everything was just kind of hopeless and they were screwed. And that basically just going with it and doing it anyways, just having fun instead of worrying about it, actually helped them do it better. Oh, I thought he was low. I thought he was low enough. Wait, are we really? Why did you hit me there? That's a... You know, I want to fight this guy instead. You just leave. No, that's not how it works. No, I'm fighting you. This is rude. You know, I'm gonna leave you guys be. The winner that can fight me, I'm gonna go fight the Notch. So basically, I needed someone to tell me that. And like, the presentation kind of depended on that. And thankfully, someone did. I got saved by the lesbian that wear a suit to prom. The greatest person that ever lived, I'll tell you that. She saved my presentation. And she said, like, one time she was presenting and, like, got none of the studying done. And then she just relaxed and just went for it and did great. And it was like, oh my god, I can't believe that worked exactly how I wanted it to work. Oh, fantastic. So then came the last part, which I said, like, okay, now this time instead of needing the help from one volunteer in the audience, what the heck? I'm gonna need the help of all of you. So I'm gonna need, like, we're gonna test this thing where it's like, I'm gonna say a couple of words. Like, there's gonna be a couple of words on screen, just like 3 of them, so this should be easy. And you'll try saying those words, like repeating it all at the same time. And we're gonna see if the psychological effects it'll have on you. It's like, so you can already tell where this is going. So I tell them all if they agree to it, they say yes. I switch to the next slide, and it's a freaking picture of a birthday cake with happy birthday. And they all just, like, I'm smiling because it was a genuine great time. It's like my favorite day of uni so far in terms of classes, because I can't believe it worked. I can't believe I actually made a presentation just for people to say happy birthday to me. And like there were like 30 people that said it at once in unison. They were laughing. It's like, oh, it was great. It was great. It was great. It was worth it 100%. And then basically after the class, I asked my classmates if they liked the presentation. And they did. And then others were saying happy birthday to me because they were like, wait, it's actually today? And they're like, yeah. It's like, what did you think I wouldn't? Like, if I do more episodes of this where I tell stories about my presentations, like, you shouldn't be surprised. You really shouldn't. I make the best presentations in college. I absolutely do. Because I don't care. So I just do whatever theme I want, and it's great. So basically, yeah, that was the story of how in English in the last semester I made a presentation about positive psychology that was literally just a disguise for I found lava, and I was looking at the guy in the chat. I was like, I don't have any idea what this is. I already told you. It's like, that's how I did it. That's how, like, I got a presentation literally just for people to say happy birthday to me. You should try it sometime. And I won. And yeah, my classmates are pretty cool. Thanks for watching.